See if we can find the stream. Hopefully it isn't too far away. Alright, well, let's see if it hopefully doesn't take its sweet time. Audio is also working as it should be as well. Perfect. Perfect. Give me 1 second as well. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, cool. So the stream's up and the chat is up as well. That is very good indeed. Well, hello everyone and welcome to round 4 of the F8 series here on PSGL. I'm K997, your league commentator for this event, and tonight we are racing at the Red Bull Ring for the Austrian Grand Prix. Opened up back in 1969 and debuted into Formula 1 in 1970, formerly known as a couple of names, the Österreich and the A1 Ring, now called the Red Bull Ring, would go on from being racing here in Formula 1 from 1917 to 1987, then comes back into Formula 1 from 1997 to 2003, would then make its 10-year absence around that time, would then make its return to Formula 1 in 2014, and ever since then has also become the prime host of the Austrian Grand Prix as well. It also became the first ever Formula 1 track to host back-to-back Grand Prix in 2020 thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Austrian Grand Prix and the Styrian Grand Prix as it was called back then. The track layout is one of the shortest racetracks on the modern Formula 1 schedule as well, considering a 2.683 miles and 10 corners, and 3 DRS zones as well, one that leads down the main straightaway that goes to the first corner, and then the other one leads out of turn 1 that leads into the uphill of turn 3, and then the following one is the exit of turn 3 that leads into turn 4. Primarily those overtaking spots will be happening at turns 3 and turn 4. Of course, the track, since it's very short, the qualifying will be close and also be quite important as well for track position, because it is a bit tricky as well to overtake around a track like this, especially if you are stuck in a DRS train. There are some hot spots as well for accidents as well, some tricky track zones as well, particularly turn 3, turn 4, and then also turns 7 and 8. Of course, that area is very tricky as well. Now, before we go fully focusing on to qualifying, there is a little bit of news to go through first from the previous race at France. There were several incident reports that did come out of all this, one of which between Robson and HBA Gamer, that resulted in Robson getting a 5-second time penalty and 2 license points, but doesn't really affect his finishing result. The other one was between Tristan. Actually, no, this is just between Aguedo and, I think it's Aguedo and Tristan, yeah. That was reported as no further action by the stewards. However, though, there was an incident report between 2 drivers, one of which between Saint-Jean, one of which was Saint-Jean. He got 10 seconds and 4 license points due to incidents between him and Robson and Aguedo. I think one of those incidents we did catch on stream, where he ran into the back of, I think it was him that ran to the back of Aguedo, if I remember, at the final corner. That he tagged the back of him, and yeah, that resulted in Aguedo losing a ton of spots. But his results, though, remain unchanged. He finished outside the points anyway. But also he was given a warning for not cooperating with the stewards as well and ignoring their requests. The other incident, the final incident, was between Aguedo and Dutch Tricks. That resulted in a 5-second time penalty and 2 license points for Dutch Tricks added onto their final race tally. So that 5-second penalty results that this man on screen, Playtendo, moves up from P4 to P3, and Dutch Tricks moves down from P3 to P4. So, in the Drivers' Championship, currently as it stands, it is Stroduzzi that is still leading the way on 32 points, followed by Tico in second with 26 points, and it's Aguero in third, who's actually now moved up to full-time driver now, as I've learned. He's now in the Red Bull seat. He's got 22 points, followed by Jeremy in fourth with 16 points, along with Playtendo. Then it is Dutch Tricks in sixth with 15 points, followed by Lucas in seventh with 14. Patuka is in eighth with 12. Bossy in ninth with 9, along with Jesler in 10th. In hang on a minute. In the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull is leading the way on 38 points, and they are tied along with Aston Martin with 38 as well. Williams are in third with 18 points, followed by Haas in fourth with 17. In fifth is AlphaTauri with 15. Alpine are in sixth with 8. McLaren are in seventh with 6, and then Mercedes have 5 points in eighth, along with Alfa Romeo, who also has 5 points, and Ferrari still has yet to score points. Alright, well that's it in terms of news. We can now fully focus on qualifying. We do have quite a few times on the board already, and right now that's occupying pole position, at least for now, is Max Vergès. He's got a 1-minute 4.802. It's currently about a 7/100th margin between himself and Robson. Of course, like I mentioned, qualifying here is going to be very, very close as well, like I have said. And Dutch Tricks, the man that did unfortunately get dropped down to the out of the podium. Excuse me, gotta speak English here. Dutch Tricks now goes to the top with a 1-minute 4.728, just nearly a 10th clear of Max. That's a very nice, respectable lap time indeed. Definitely going to see a lot of times in the fours, I reckon. Speaking of which, Questo now goes to second with a 1-minute 4.737. Let's see here. As Aguado in the Red Bull goes to third with a 1-minute 4.753. Nice little lap there by the Spaniard. Let's see here. Patuka looks like he'll be getting ready very shortly. Sem Driver looks like he's coming around the final corner. I tell you what, take advantage of him. We'll give you a proper tour around this 2.683 mile racetrack. Down the main straightaway, opens the DRS. We'll head up towards turn 1. Peak speed 198 as it reaches into turn 1, down to 5th gear. Nicely done there. Looks like you got through there pretty good. Out of the exit up turn 1. Opens DRS. Heads up towards turns 2 and 3. That kink there, that is turn 2. This corner right here, that is turn 3. On in the brakes, down to 4th gear. Hugs the inside apex, finding as much traction as he can. Opens DRS, now heads down towards turn 4. Again, open to the DRS. Peak speed from him will be about 198 again as he races down towards turn 4. Through turn 4, down to 4, up the gears, heads around turn 5, up towards now turn 6. Hugs the outside, then flicks the car inside, 5th gear through the corner as he makes his way now to turn 7 and turn 8. Very tricky as well. You got to be very committed, very spot on. That curve there is very nasty as well. It will spin you as well. Oh, but he's got traffic to negotiate. Thankfully, they do get out of the way, but he does miss the apex there at turn 9, but clips the apex there at turn 10. Opens DRS, heads up to the line. We'll set a 1-minute 5.322. That will be only good enough right now for 11th position, at least for now. Bossy getting ready. Jesler on a flying lap. Tico as well, who, if I remember correctly, did get pole last week at France. He's making his way around turn 3 as we speak. Getting by the Alfa Romeo there, as I believe that was a Mercedes-Benz that just improved there. That was Patuka, who did a 1-minute 5.250. Heading around turn 4. Up towards now. Oh, as he runs a little bit wide, you saw him use a little bit of the outside curve there at turn 4, but gets around there okay. Around turn 6, as there's now yellow flags, that's just for a Ferrari getting out of the way. Out of turn 7, into turn 8, using all the curve, very committed as well. Apparently purple as well, according to the minimap, as he now makes his way up towards now turn 9. Now into turn 10, as Robson now improves to 1-minute 4.749. Tico across the start finish line, and he jumps to the top of the table with a 1-minute 4.635. As who else just improved there? There was someone else I think that just improved. That was Jesler and the other Aston Martin 1 minute 4.866. Dutch Tricks getting ready for a flying lap as we speak. Robson looks like he might have bailed on his lap. Dutch Tricks coming up towards the first sector. He's got 2 cars in front. Hopefully they'll get out of his way. They do at least. One of them does at least. Dutch Tricks is up by just 1/1000th of a second to the first sector as he makes his way out to turn 3. Down towards now turn 4. Let's see what kind of peak speed he's got in that Alpine car. 200 miles an hour as he makes his way around turn 4. Down to 3rd and then short shift up to 4th gear on the entry at turn 4. I think he might have just not been the gear that he wanted it to be in. Now heads around turns. Oh, but he runs wide. Oh, how does he not validate there? He used all the curves there. He had 4 wheels. Now he invalidates there. He should have been validated the first time because he had all 4 wheels over the white line. That really shouldn't have counted the first time, but now it counted as he cut a little bit too much of turn 8. Jeremy unfortunately has left the session. Hopefully he'll rejoin back. Max is up by about 1/10.5. He'll cross the line and will set a 1 minute 4.587. He improves by 0.2 of a second. He now gets ahead of Tico by just about 0.5. Meanwhile, speaking of which, he's getting ready for a lap as we speak. Neil Cindric of the Ferrari goes to 11th with a 1 minute 4.976. The top 11. Oh, there's a contact there. Oh no. Contact between Neil Cindric and the Alpine. I think that was Dutch that made contact with him. He did miss an end plate there. Oh dear, oh dear. That. I think Dutch might have been on a flying lap there. Definitely looked like he might have been impeded. Well, he'll have time to go back in, but I don't think he'll be very happy. In the PS side, Pinetic, if I remember correctly, there are 14. This is the first of the. This is the lowest of the no assist tiers. The no assist tiers are from F1 to F8. As Questo runs wide and invalidates his lap. Tico, meanwhile, will cross the line. Strozzi goes to 2nd. Tico does not improve on his time. Stays 3rd place. But Strozzi does a 1 minute 4.606. Let's see here. Playtendo, the Finn coming around turn 6, heading up towards turn 7. The clock says he's up by nearly over 1/10.5 to the middle sector, rather. As he makes his way through turn 8, now heads up towards turn 9. Yeah, no problem. Heads up towards turn 9. Uses all the inside curve there. Now heads up towards the final corner. Got to be fully committed as well. Opens DRS. It's up to the line. It's only good enough for 4th. A 1 minute 4.656. Yeah, that. Yeah, just looking at this from 1st to 17th is quite something. Separated by nearly less than a second, which is really impressive, I will say. That just shows you, though, how close it is in qualifying for a track like Austria. But the only driver right now that's not within in a more reasonable time is Zunin, but I think hopefully he'll try to get some sort of improvement. He'll head around turn 6 up towards now turn 7. He has found time. He's found over 2.5 tenths to the middle sector. So with that sort of a little improvement, he can get into the 5s, but I'm not sure if he will gain a position. Runs wide though, and cuts too much of turn 10 as a result. What time would have been if he did keep it together? He would have done a 1 minute 5.873. Oh, well, I didn't catch all of that. 1 minute 5.823. Sorry. Yellows are out again for what there? That's a TK running slowly. There were also yellow flags to the first sector. I guess there's just cars getting ready or something. Well, never mind. The TK has now gone back into the pits. Jeremy, meanwhile, is getting ready for another flying lap. There is his teammate Robson just behind as well, who has done an improvement there to 5th with a 1 minute 4.725. Getting ahead of Dutch Tricks by 0.003 of a second. That is extremely close. Top from 2nd to 4th is separated by about 0.5 tenth almost. Actually, just about 0.5 tenth. As Jeremy is up by 0.009 to the first sector. heads out of turn 3, opens the DRS, will head up towards turn 4. Peak speed from the Haas driver is about 200 miles per hour as he makes his way around turn 4. Third gear short shifting up to 4th at the exit of turn 4. Heads up towards now turn 6. Flicks the car from the outside to the inside. Oh, but runs a bit wide, but he still keeps the car within the track limits, I think. But he's down though. Oh, and he spins too. Weird, why didn't the yellow flags prompt up when he spun? I didn't even get a camera angle to see where he was. Now there he is. Now he's in view. But yeah, that's weird. There were no yellow flags prompted up. Now the yellow flags prompted. Why didn't it prompt up the first time? I guess the marshals didn't think of much, I guess. I don't know. Robson, though, has retired, so that's his qualifying done. He retired in the pit lane, so he must have used up all 3 of his soft compound tires. At least that's what I think he used. Oh, but the Ferrari! Oh, gee whiz. That was close between Questshow and Neil Cindric. Thankfully that nothing came about. Meanwhile, the Questshow is down massively as he clobbers over the curve there at turn 3. And I think he's bailed out of the lap. Yeah, that corner can be quite tricky if you are not careful for sure. Meanwhile, Platendo will get ready very shortly. Aguedo now goes to the top with a 1 minute 4.477. Puts himself now up into pole position. Platendo, meanwhile, though, is getting ready for... Well, he has another attempt if he does make a mistake. But he looks like he got through turn 1 okay, as he makes his way down towards turn 3. Has the DRS open. Clock says for Platendo, he has found time. He's up by 2 thousandths to the first sector. Out of turn 3, third gear short shifting up to 4th at the exit of turn 3. Opens the DRS, will head up towards now turn 4. What kind of peak speed will we see from Platendo? 198 miles per hour. Not as fast as some of the others I've seen, but it's not by much though, at least. Around turn 4, up towards turn 5. There's a bit of a car park there I see at turn 9 between a McLaren and a Ferrari, as Platendo is up by 75 thousandths to the middle sector. With that sort of improvement, he could challenge Max actually for second, but he needs to find another 10th somewhere if he wants to get Aguedo for pole. Around the final turn, up towards the line, and it's good enough for second. A 1 minute 4.504. Meanwhile, Max is down on his time. Stroduzzi is getting ready for what could be his final flying lap. Tico has improved to third with a 1 minute 4.518. Let's see here. Dutch to the middle sector. He hasn't found any time. He's probably backed out of his lap, so he will try again at least. Let's see. Neil Cindric also getting ready for what will be his final flying lap. Oh, Tico's bailed out of the lap, so he's not going to improve from what it looks like. Jimmy has improved to a 1 minute 4.789. Let's see here. It's Stroduzzi. Out of turn 6, up towards turn 7. He's found a whopping nearly 4 tenths to the middle sector, 3 3/4 of a tenth, more specifically. That is definitely going to be good enough for pole if he can keep this lap tidy. Around the turn 9, up towards turn 10. Can he find a mega time out of this final corner? Up towards the line, and it's pole position right now for Stroduzzi. A 1 minute 4.254. Wow, that is a mega lap time by the Red Bull. Can Max find any sort of improvement? He goes to third with a 1 minute 4.489. Wow, that is a mega lap time. Jesler goes to 6, 1 minute 4.582. This is insanely close. Look at that. 1.2 seconds separates literally the entire field. That is insanely quick and insanely close. But what a lap by Stroduzzi. Not only gets pole, but he gets pole by just over 2 tenths to his teammate. Into the low 1 minute 4s. That is insanity. Whew. And nearly from P2 to P3 is separated by 13 thousandths. It's only 4,000 separated between Robson and Dutch Tricks. Oh my gosh, that is super, super close. Well, like I said in the intro, that's what you expect in Austria. Insanely close qualifying. But Stroduzzi with a mega lap time. The lap of probably his life so far by the German. A 1 minute 4.253. 2/10 clear, even of his teammate. Max will start in third, followed by Platendo, Tico, Jesler, Robson, Dutch Tricks, Questro, Jimmy, Patuka, Jeremy, Neil Cindric, Sem drivers, the TK, Bossy, Tristan, and Zunin. Rounds off the field. 1.2 seconds separating the entire field. And it's just close literally from everywhere else. That is insane. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. All right. And also, I did fail to do this last week, and I do apologize. But it's to mention our title sponsor, GT Omega, who has been the leading manufacturer of gaming peripherals, from gaming chairs to sim racing cockpits, to improve your gaming system with GT Omega. To check them out, go to www.gtomega.com.uk. If you're on the Discord, the link is in the GT Omega tab in the PSGL Discord. Use the code PSGL at checkout for 5% off on GT Omega products. You can also find them on GT Omega TV on Twitch, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's GT Omega Racing for more following on their social media. Alright, so we will get going shortly. Clouds, no clouds from what it looks like. Hello, Jeremy, by the way. Yeah, not bad qualifying from you. Starting at least in the top 10. Probably the T-Pose and mechanics would agree that they were ecstatic about the qualifying that they're doing a T-Pose. As we've got no formation lap, of course, here in PSGL. So we got 5 red lights. And we are underway here in Austria. Nice start there by both Red Bulls, and a nice little start there by the Haas of Jeremy, making the way up towards the first corner. Usually have a bit of shenanigans, but it looks like everyone somehow managed to get through relatively fine. Maxo is going to run, though, on Aguero. Aguero had a really good start. Max trying to go down the inside of the other Red Bull of Stroduzzi to the inside. Can he get second? Oh, he forces him off a little bit. Stroduzzi gets an awkward run, but he gets... oh, geez, he's going to get quite swamped there, isn't he? Tico now moves up to third. Stroduzzi had a pole position, but now he's stumbling all the way down to fourth. Not a great start from the Red Bull driver, but a great start for his teammate, who's up into first. Meanwhile, the Patuka battling the way between the Haas's as Jesler trying to get down the inside of Questro, making the way towards turn 6 into turn 7, side by side. Both, oh, contact! Oh, can he save it? No, he can't. There was slight contact between himself and Questro, and Jesler moves all the way down towards the bottom of the field, thanks to that little contact. Meanwhile, Robson, oh, gee whiz, this bunch is still bunched up. Contact as well, Questro again hits another Mercedes-Benz. Oh dear. As Dutch Tricks gets the worst of it. Bossy goes to the pits for damage. Oh dear. Oh, more spinning. What is going on here? On this first lap, another few cars spin. Sam Driver and Jeremy have also spun, getting involved in some incidents. Jeez. Well, it was control. Now it's gone to a bit of chaos at the end of the first lap. Well, 3 wide, Patuka, Neil Cindric in the middle of this sandwich as the TK gets by around the outside. Oh, but Patuka trying to fight back, can't fight there into turn 6. Oh, gee whiz, Neil Cindric trying to get by, Jeremy trying to get by as well. They're side by side, losing a bit of ground. Patuka is dropping all the way down to 13. There was someone that did get yeah, it was Pawtucket that got damaged. Yeah, I remember seeing an end plate that did fly off. Zunin is coming as well. He got damaged too. So let's see what tires everyone's on. So, looks like some on hard tires. Questro's on soft tires. He's the only driver on the soft tires. Apart from that, the majority of them are on the hard tires, and a few drivers are on mediums. We'll keep the tire graphic up at least for now. So that makes sense why Aguedo had a really decent start and managed to get a decent sized gap. He's got a 2-second margin to himself and Max, who's got about, well, not got about, he's got the hard tires on, at least also, same with the other drivers behind him, Tico, Straduzzi, and Tendo. Questro, like I mentioned, is at 6, is on the softs, and Rob's on 7th on the hards. Tike's on medium, same with Neil Cindric, Jimmy, Tristan, and Dutch Tricks on the hards, Jeremy on the mediums, Jesler on the hards, and then the guys behind, who did start on the hards, I believe, Bossy, Pawtucket, and Zunin and Zem Driver, they started the hards. They had to fall back to the mediums because they got damaged on the first couple of laps, as Tristan has spun at turn 9. Very easy to do there if you're not very careful. Singapore trying to get the car back in the right direction. He does, thankfully, for his sake. Straduzzi, not quite close enough to attack against Tico. Tico, though, right on the back of Max. Of course, these guys, remember, aren't using no assists at all. That means no traction control, no ABS, manual gears, and of course, as well, no racing line to help them out as well. So you got to pinpoint your braking areas. You also got to manually control the car to the best of your ability. Neil Cindric is now the first driver to get a 3-second time penalty. That is something we might see quite a bit in this race. Very easy to get penalties around Austria, particularly mainly if you get penalties at turn 1 and turn 7 and 8. It's very easy to do so, and turn 10 as well, of course, and well, turn 9 and turn 10, I should say. Meanwhile, hey, up towards turn 1, Tico with DRS, trying to close up on Max. Of course, this is something we're going to see a little bit. DRS trains forming. I don't think Tico's going to try to attack just quite yet, unless he needs to do so. Baxter gets a nice little run there at the exit of turn 3. The car's now far the way down towards turn 4. Tendo's still trying to keep up as well towards the background. He's currently occupying 5th. They have pulled away from Questro. Questro's about 2 seconds back behind this little train that's being led by Max. Yellows. That's Neil Cindric that spun and has completely destroyed his front wing. And lo and behold, that's brought out a safety car. Our first safety car of the race. Because the debris, for whatever reason, is not on the racetrack, but according to the game, we have to have a safety car because of it. Something I've seen quite too often here. Well, this is going to be good for Questro, I guess, because he could get off of those softs and get onto a set of hards. And this will help anyone that did get screwed in any sort of incidents on the first couple of laps. Robson's in, same with Satike, and then same with Jesler and Neil Cindric. Of course, Neil Cindric getting damage. Questro onto a set of hards, Robson onto a set of mediums, Satike on a set of hards, Jesler and Neil Cindric onto a set of medium tires. So what does that get? So, do the medium riders go in this lap and go onto the hards? Well, they could do 30 laps on those tires. I think that's doable. I think if I remember correctly, the pit window, well, I didn't quite catch all of what it said at the start of the race because I was trying to, because it gave me the pit graphic, but I mean, I didn't have time to look at it because I was looking at the start. I think, though, if I remember, it's from lap 11 to 16 or 17, you can go from the mediums to the hard tires, which is about roughly the halfway mark. So, Yeah, I think that's what you would do. But yeah, looks like Aguilero's not pitting just quite yet. Nobody is pitting at least, so I'm guessing that's a bit expected. Apart from anyone that got damaged, of course. Or decides to take a bit of a gamble. So yeah, we'll just wait and see what happens, of course. But yeah, well, like, that kind of stuff is a little bit silly, though. I will say that. Like, we get a safety car for debris that was literally on the grass, not on the racetrack. Like, normally if it's like that sort of debris, in real life as far as I know, they would throw out a VSC, obviously for the marshals to go over and get the pieces off the racetrack. But the game, whenever that happens, no, you gotta bring out a safety car. Although there is something that, well, I'll explain a little later. Actually, I'll explain a little bit since the safety car is coming in. There's a commentator I know by the name of Lane Everingham. He has a little bit of something as well when he does a stream. Anytime a Haas destroys their front wing, apparently that causes a safety car every single time he watches or commentates a race. In my case, it could be any time that happens, whether it be a Ferrari, an Alfa, well, actually it could be literally any car, but in this case, we had a Ferrari that did it. Alright, so, Aguilera will control the pace of the field. There's damage to the McLaren there, Jimmy, I think. He's got a missing end plate right to the back of Dutch. Goes into the pit lane. Oh no, that's not good for him, but Aguilera trying to weave about. I'm not sure if I would say that's the greatest of restarts, if I'm totally honest, by Aguilera. Not the smoothest restart, but we're back under green. As the cars then make their way through turn one. Oh, gee whiz, as Max nearly went sideways there. Probably his tires were a little bit too cold. I would imagine they were too cold. They make their way up towards turn three. Robson and Tristan side by side. Tristan trying to fight around the outside. Holds it there. Oh, but he loses the back end a little bit there too. He has to stay behind now the Haas. But does he fight back? He's looking to do so. No, he can't make the move done. Jesler around the outside to TK. And running wide is to Pataka. And there's been a yellow flag as well for TK there spun at turn 4. Tumbles all the way down to 17. Oh, gee whiz. Not very good for him. Oh, gee whiz, as well as Pataka and Neil Cindric were side by side. Neil Cindric manages to get by up to 14. Meanwhile, though, towards the front, it looks like Aguilera's pulled away, but not significantly, though. Only by nearly under a second separating between himself and Max, making the way around turn 1. So TK overtakes Tristan at turn 1. Questro, who did pit right on the opening stages of the race. Here comes also the Aston Martin of Jesler to the inside of Robson on the medium compound tire, on the fresh set of medium compound tires. Moves himself up into 8th. Nicely done there by the Aston Martin. His next target for him will be Questro on the Mercedes-Benz. I think for Questro's situation, he can make it to the end on those tires. I'm not entirely sure though excuse me. I'm not entirely sure though for Jesler or Robson and Neil Cindric, the few drivers that did pit from onto the medium compound tires. Pataka did pit as well. He's on the medium tires. Jimmy's onto a set of mediums as well after getting damage. Very unlucky for those drivers. Not been the greatest of races so far. The DRS now re-enabled again, as Tristan now picks himself up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Straduzzi will try to close up on Max with DRS. Max has used up all of his battery. You can tell from the flashing red light at the back of the Alpha. Bossy is losing time. He's lost a few places. He's dropped to 14. Oh, jeez! He nearly runs into Sam Driver. They nearly make contact. Oh, but dives down the inside of Zununin. And running wide is Tristan at the exit of turn 3. Rejoins. Oh, but that's a horrible re-entry Oh, geez, playfully ghosting kicked in. Here comes Zanuna to the inside of the AlphaTauri. Heading up towards turn 4. Oh, gee whiz, there's more contact there between those two. They're definitely not afraid to get their elbows out, are they? Zanuna moves himself up at 12th. Also to remember too, the top 10 in PSGL do score points as well. So just to keep a little bit in mind in that. Yeah, also some battery life being used. You can see Playtendo is also low on battery as well. He's got the flashing red light on the back of that Williams. Might as well put up the telemetry and see what everyone's situation is like. Playtendo has literally none. Straduzzi has 22%, as Jimmy says fast up with a 17.4. Max has got none, almost none. Aguilera's got 22%. Yeah, everyone's kind of used up their resources. But Jeremy, though, has got a full amount. Well, almost over half amount, I should say. He's got 67%. Jesler, though, looking to make a move on Questro. Questro still hanging on, to his fair credit at least. Try to hang on those hard compound tires. He is the lead runner on those fresh set of hards, who did pit not too long ago during the safety car, still on the soft compound tire. Makes his way around turn yellows. Neil Cedric is spawned at the exit of turn 8 on the left side gravel trap. Tumbles all the way down to 16th place. Got to be careful, not get too much muck on your tires. Now, Straduzzi closing in on Max. Out of the end of turn 3, heads up towards turn 4. Max just gets really good traction at the exit of certain corners, but yeah, just that sort of traction is really helping with keeping him ahead of keeping ahead of this sort of train. Sam Driver now overtakes Luna, and he's up at 12th. Out of turn 7 to turn 8. 4.5 tenths separating the two. Playtendo, though, is out of DRS range. To those two, that's not going to be good for him, at least. Max is only about 1.5 seconds behind. It's still manageable, though. He can still try to get somewhat of an undercut on Aguilera if he can, or an overcut, depending on what happens. Because he will be on the medium tires, he will be quicker than Aguilera in terms of pace with the compounds he will be on. But honestly, though, if you're who would be in the best shoes right now, or the best position, to me, is Questro. Leading around the hards, definitely can make it to the end, but he's got to be doing about 30 laps on those tires. Dutch Tricks overtaking Playtendo down the inside, I think. That was a turn 4. Playtendo trying to be aggressive on Jeremy. To the inside goes the Haas. Playtendo holds the outside into turn 7. Oh, contact there between Jeremy and Playtendo. Oh dear, oh dear. Wasn't really much space there given. I think there could have been at least given a little bit more space than that between Jeremy and Playtendo. As a result there, Jeremy moves down to 15th. Now, I understand that's a bit of a tricky corner to go side by side, but I feel that could have been a little bit, at least a bit more room that he could have given up. Jesler, oh, here comes Questro down the inside. Oh, but loses the back end. Here comes also Rapson. He gets by. Now he's up to 7th. Questro drops down to 8th place after losing the back end of the exit of turn 3. Out of turn 6. And down towards turn 7 and turn 8. Jesler now looking and hunting down the Williams of Playtendo. Playtendo is still within DRS range of Dutch as Aguilera now pulls the plug. He goes into the pits to get off of those mediums and go onto a set of hard compound tires. No, is that another set of mediums he's going on to? He's going to another set of mediums. Oh, okay, interesting. So he's going to commit to a 2-stop as Fossey gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Straduzzi looking to the inside, can't commit though on Max. Yeah, very interesting. I wasn't expecting a 2-stop strategy, but there you go. Jeremy overtaking Tico. And I think there, Tristan just beats out Aguilera. Aguilera's down to 15th right now. Oh, that's close there. Not a great run there from Tristan. And through goes Aguilera. He's up to 14th. Alright, so what about the hard runners? When do they come? I think they'll come in the next few laps. They'll probably come in around, I want to say at least lap 19 to 22. I think it's going to be their pit window to get off of those hards and go onto a set of medium compound tires. But yeah, Aguilera though is going to have to do a 2-stop because he hasn't yet, yet to do the 2-stop, 2-tire requirement. Goodness me, I couldn't speak, I didn't know where I was going with my head on that. Platendo, looking. No, he doesn't commit to the move on Dutch. Stays behind at least for now. You will get DRS though heading down towards turn 4. Nice little exit there by Dutch. He'll keep at least the position for now into turn 4. Question I have noticed though is has lost touch to Robson for DRS. Yeah, it's not really going to help his case, really. Yellows again, that's Jimmy and Neil Cedric, who's gone up the track at turn 4. How on earth have they gone there? Oh, as Neil Cedric destroys his front wing and, unfortunately, the 50-meter point. Oh, that's more safety car again! You're joking! A Ferrari has caused another safety car for again destroyed front wing. Are you serious for that? Okay, well there you go. This is gonna screw oh, Jesus, Neil Cedric spins again. Hot tires there, you gotta be careful. But what happened between himself and Jimmy? How did they end up so far off the track like that? Well, it definitely knows that everyone's not gonna be happy seeing that there's no 50-meter board to use. What on earth was that? Alright, well. Everyone's gonna file into the pits, I imagine. Yep, that's exactly what's happening. Max, Straduzzi, Dutch, Platendo, Jesler. Robson 2 is coming in. Queso, he doesn't need to pit. He did pit for the hards. He could carry those to the end, I think. But he is gonna be a little bit screwed, I imagine, because literally everybody into the pits. And a new front wing for Max. Oh, wow. That is really... That's kind of screwed him a bit. Did he get damage somewhere? I didn't see that he did. Very interesting. Well, the majority of everyone that did pit is onto a set of mediums. Jeremy, though, went onto a set of hards. Tico onto a set of mediums. Sam Driver also onto... back onto a set of hards. Yeah, everyone's pretty much pitted for medium tires. Queso, though, didn't need to pit, though, which is fair enough. But he's going to be quite swamped by everyone behind, who's on a fresh set of mediums. Aguilera, as you see, is in third, but remember, he did start on the mediums. He has to make another pit stop because he has to meet the 2 tire requirements. Yeah, that safety car I think has really screwed him, unless he can try to work his way towards the front and then hope and pray another safety car comes out. But yeah, no, that safety car is quite stupid, like seriously. The debris was literally on the racetrack, not on the racetrack again, and the safety car decides, you know what, we'll come out again. I mean, maybe there was a little bit of debris, I think, at on the road, but like, still though, shouldn't be a safety car, it should be at least a VSC. What is the safety car on, out of curiosity? That's the one thing I don't know. What is this? Wicked Simulation, no, it's not that. Where do I go again? The Rules and Flags. It's all reduced. Well, that makes a little sense. Yeah, I mean, no matter what settings you have it on, it'll still be, even if it's on reduced, the safety car will still come out for no reason. Even if there's like a little bit of debris on the racetrack, or on the grass, or whatever it is the case may be. Alright. Well, we're just now waiting on Neil Cindric to catch up. And we'll do one more lap under the safety car. On what it looks like. Yeah, no, we gotta do one more lap. So we'll have the safety car come in at the end of lap 20. And we'll begin lap 21 afterwards, and that's when we'll get under green flag conditions again. But also a little follow-up. Be sure to tune in also in about 10 minutes from now. Will be also F1. The top tier of PSGL racers in the PlayStation side will come head-to-head here in Austria. So be sure to tune in for that on the PSGL YouTube channel. And of course, Jessica will be doing the commentary. I think so will Carmen Talas, I think is his name. Sorry if I butcher your name, if you do watch the stream. Still trying to learn a few of you guys' names in the Discord, and of course, out here in PSGL. But I've enjoyed myself here, at least in PSGL. It's been quite good. Kind of a shame I don't have a co-commentator, but yeah, after what happened with him, so yeah, just gotta deal with what I gotta deal with. But so far, no, everything's been good, at least on my side of things. Been enjoying the commentary, been enjoying some of the racing so far, and everyone seems pretty chill as well. And I think Tristan as well has been doing a pretty good job, as well as as our coordinator for F8. Hello there, Luis fan, by the way. Nice to see you in the chat. There also is a few other tiers as well to check out if you want to look at the other streams of F2. I think also F4 and F6 are going on right now as we speak. So have a bunch of tabs on and don't miss all the action. But meanwhile, we've got action going underway. We're back under green here at Austria. Waving about there is Aguilera trying to get temperature in the tires. Max down the inside into turn 1. Oh, trying to get by, can't get by though. Stroduzzi though has gone ahead of Questra already. He's up into the lead of the race. Aguilera though also takes second place. Questra drops down to third. Down the outside, Play Tendo, Max, side by side. Max not mucking about as well. Play Tendo makes contact as well, a little bit, but strolls back at least for now. And down the inside goes Dutch into turn 4. Trying to get by the Mercedes-Benz, using the aggressiveness on the medium compact tires. He now moves up into third place. Out of turn 7, 8. Jimmy overtaking Pataka, that's for 14th. Zunin also gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Multiple warning on 4th. Driver with penalties, and I think he's also tumbled down the order a little bit. Max has dropped down to 4th. Meanwhile, loses out to Dutch Trick. He must have some sort of mistake at the edge of the final corner. Here comes Question to the inside, looking to the inside. Oh, that's close, but definitely cannot commit. And through goes Platero. Oh, contact too. Then going to the grass goes Tico. 3 wide, still squeezing. Question bumping, banging as well between the Aston Martin and the Alfa Romeo. Oh, gee whiz, the Alfa goes wide. Platero goes through. Bears to stay ahead, I should say. The Alfa Romeo and the Mercedes are side by side. Here comes the Haas of Robson. Still close. 3 wide as again, hanging into turn 4. The Aston Martin on the inside, squeezing about as the Mercedes of Question trying to squeeze on Max. Max is still being squeezed. Hanging into turn 6. Still 3 wide. Gee whiz. Still 3 wide. Now side by side between Max and Robson. They get through. Goodness me. How on earth did that not end up worse? I don't know. Maxo was just losing about, getting squeezed about as well. Losing more and more precious time. What aggressiveness there. Tico now gets through ahead of Questro. Questro doing everything he can, but he's not going to do much with those hard compound tires. No way. And here comes the TK to the inside, heading up towards turn 3. Contact a little bit, I think, as they make the way. No. Maybe there wasn't any contact. Silly me. The TK, though, stays behind the Mercedes-Benz. Did not have enough momentum to get past. Jeremy has had a moment at turn 4. Spun out at turn 4. Drops all the way down to 18th. Oh no. Bossy, I think, has had a spin. Oh, I reckon he might have reset the track. You don't just go dead stationary on the racing line like that. Yeah, that might be a reset to track. Definitely will be a warning, I believe. Alright. The 2 Red Bulls are separated by 6.5 tenths. Aguirre has yet to make another stop. Dutch, though, is a little far away. Jensler trying to close in on Platendo as Sam Driver gets himself a 3-second penalty, multiple warnings. The TK overtaking Questro finally, but Questro fights back with the switchback and gets by and gets DRS. He now stays in front. Can the Alpine fight back? No, he can't. Into turn 4, but he will get the switchback. Thanks to the medium compound tires, has the better grip. He'll have the outside though, hang up towards turn 6. Still on the outside is the Alpine, making the way up towards turn 7 and turn 8. They're still side by side. Contact and spinning. Oh, dearie me, a huge collision between Zunin and Questro. A big accident has happened at turn 8, and that's resulted in another safety car. Just Questro was not ghosted. Zunin just slammed into the side of him, and he's out of the race like that. Oh my goodness me. Questro no front wing after the collision. Pataka getting in front wing, and soft tires. Tristan onto the intermediates. Oh, well, it is cloudy. I didn't know if there was going to be rain in the forecast. So they're taking a bit of a gamble, I'm guessing. Why in the other country? Why, you mean, why we race in Austria? I mean, that's just where the 4th round is, my guy. Yeah. Yeah, no, today's racing in PSGL, is in Austria for the PSI, well, pretty much for everywhere, not just PS, but also PC as well. And yeah, if you also want to watch more action as well, we still have currently F4, F6, F2, F4, F6, still going on if you want to check out those actions. Excuse me, action. Yeah, I see that everyone is going on to intermediates. Aguilera, oh, that makes a little sense why Aguilera didn't stop for another set of tires. That makes a little bit of sense. So everyone is trying to gamble to get onto the intermediates, but I do not see any raindrops. That's the thing. No raindrops have come out. Yeah, so let's see. Aguilera has pitted for intermediates. Platendo has pitted on for intermediates. Same with Jesler, Robson, Satike's, Tristan, Jeremy, and now Patuka's in for that. And same with his teammate. But the top 6 stayed out though for the intermediate, stayed out on mediums. But yeah, it's definitely not. We're definitely not in a position to see the rain coming yet. Yeah, because I cannot see anything. Oh, there it is. I see it now. The heavens have opened. There is the raindrops. You can see the car being streaked with that. And it's... Oh, hang on. What's going on here? Oh, that's why. Some drivers into the pit line. He's going to be going on to a set of intermediates. Yep. Nope, the heavens have opened. You can see the car's just being streaked with a little bit of the raindrops. But it's not wet enough just quite yet. And I think it's going to be taking us a while for the safety car to get in this lap. I'm going to be interested to see how this will fare in this race. We still have about 10 more laps to go. It'll be 9 laps after this. I can't help but feel... it's going to be a major difference between the pace between mediums and intermediates. But depending on which, what will it be? Yeah, like the cars are, you can see the streaks of raindrops, but it's not getting to the point where it's like getting wet. I think this is a little bit too early for the intermediate tire. Well, I think we're going to get another lap. I think this next lap might make the track more wetter. I think at least. Yeah, we're just waiting on Questro to catch up to the field. I bet that that's not what the top 6 wanted to see, because of that, they are going to be at a bit of a disadvantage if it does start to get wetter. Like, you can see the track is getting a bit greasy. Yeah, like I mentioned, definitely not wet enough. Alright, Questro has caught up. So, by this time about, we should get the safety car back in this lap. But it's going to determine as well who makes the right call and who's made the wrong call. The top 6 didn't pit, remember that. Strojizzi right now occupies the lead. Dutch is in second, Max is in third. Tico is in fourth, followed by Jimmy and Neil Cindric. Aguilera right now is the leading intermediate runner. And then it's followed by Bossy, who is split between him. Behind him, as I should say, on the medium compound tire. And then the rest of them are on inters. Platendo, Jesler, Robson, Satike, Tristan, Jeremy, and then Sevjar, and the two Mercedes are Patuka and Questro. Alright, we're back into, we're going to get back on the green very shortly. So, this is going to determine what will happen here in this restart. Who makes the right, like I said, who makes the right call? Who makes the wrong call? Who made the wrong call? Well, we are about to find out in this last bit of the race. Here we go. We're back on the green flag racing here in Austria. Nice little restart by everybody. Looks like everyone got through relatively okay, at least for now. Hey, up towards turn 1. Everyone getting through relatively fine, at least for now. Hey, up towards now turn 3. Bossy, though, is going to try to overtake Aguero. Yeah, definitely. It looks like the medium tire is the way to go. It's still not dry, or not wet enough at least, but the wetting is starting to get a little bit heavier. Do you see the raindrops coming? I wouldn't be surprised if we see in the next few laps. Jeremy overtaking Tristan, and now tries to overtake Zatike around the outside. Hey, up towards turn 4. Oh, bit of wiggle there at the exit of turn 4. Now up to turn 6, sorry. Zatike trying to hold the outside. Hey, up towards turn 7. Not quite there, but it's still respectful racing between these two. Still side by side. Now heads up towards turn 9. Oh, running wide, Jeremy there. Gee whiz, that was close, but he has to give in. But still very respectful racing by the pair of them. Oh, a bit of contact. Neil Cindric and Jimmy side by side. Heading up towards turn 3. They're still side by side, the Ferrari and the McLaren. Neil Cindric, who caused the last safety car up to 5th, I should say. Meanwhile, trying to pull away, gets in front of Jimmy. Sorry. Hey, up towards now turn 5 out of the exit of turn 4. Aguilera, though, still trying to keep it within touching distance. At least to his fair credit, at least. Hasn't really lost touch to the cars in front. But when will it start to get to the point where the tires will be switching over to the intermediates being the better tire? Jeremy getting a 3-second penalty. There is no DRS enabled yet. As we make our way up towards turn 3, Straduzzi occupies the lead. Max looking to the outside but can't commit to the move. At turn 3, has a bit of a wiggle there. Aguilera, Bossy, that's lost positions. He's down now to 10th place. Yellow flags are out again. That's for Zatike that spun, I think, or has some sort of incident at turn, well, maybe he just had an awkward run at turn 1, I'm guessing. He's dropped all the way down to 17. Aguilera all over the back of Jimmy. Hey, up towards now turn 6. Spaniard right behind Jimmy. Oh, gee whiz, how on earth did he save that? Great catch by the Red Bull. Car should have been sideways there. Hey, through the final corner, back onto the main straight. Still no DRS. I don't think there's DRS enabled, is there? Oh, jeez! How did Max catch that? Yeah, no DRS has been enabled. Bossy has gone into the pits. And Aguilera moves ahead of Jimmy. Moves up into 6th place. Maybe the intermediates are starting to come in their own a little bit, because look at the run he's getting on Neil Cindric. Looking. Doesn't commit! Oh, that's so tight. So tight there. He had his nose there, but has a run. Oh, contact! More contact between the Ferrari and the Red Bull. Neil Cindric not giving up here. Trying to fight. I don't think he can fight for much longer there. Aguilera moves himself into 5th. Alright, yellow. Oh, yellow's Jimmy has spun at the exit of turn 8. Dropping his way down to 15th, make that 16th place. Neil Cindric has crashed at the final corner, I think. Yeah, he has. Safety car. Another safety car has been deployed. The fourth safety car has now come out. That's the fourth safety car. Oh, goodness me. What drama have we had here at Austria so far? Oh my goodness. And the top three are still on mediums, but the track has gotten wetter. Look at this. You can definitely tell that it's gone wetter for sure. Right, so what? We're gonna have... Are we gonna have 2 laps to go then? I guess we will. Yeah, this race has been crazy and chaotic so far. And the rain has gone heavier too. You could definitely see that. Anyone who's on slicks, they are going to be sitting ducks. Righto. Straduzzi has now caught up to the safety car. So I'm guessing we're gonna... Oh, I figured this would happen. Yep, because my battery was low on my controller. I was hoping it would try to last the entire race, but I guess it didn't. But there you go. Sorry about that. But anyway, let's see what happens here. Of course, this isn't like F1 Magic where if we have a safety car lane into the race like this, that the safety car will stay out. Safety car is, wow, that's a very early call. I've never seen it do that before the end of the middle sector. That's a bit of a first for me. Yeah, look at this. The spray has now gone heavier. Yeah, this is gonna play into Aguado's hands and anyone behind on the intermediates into their hands. So how will these guys fare on the restart? Oh, let's see what happens here. 2 laps to go. We are now back under green. We don't need the tire graphic then. Oh, Straduzzi losing the back end, but we'll get back under green here in Austria for the final time. Around turn 1, Max goes wide. He moves down, tumbles down the area. Here comes Aguado and all the intermediate runners. Getting by. Jimmy's crashed out of the... Oh, no, he's retired in the pit lane. Meanwhile, the intermediate runners have gone by. The top intermediate runners have gone by. Straduzzi runs wide, and Aguado takes back the lead of the race. And now, it's Aguado, Platendo, and Jesler for the podium spots. 3 wide between the Haas and the Red Bull. Upson, Jeremy, and Straduzzi side by side. The 2 Haas's are now side by side. Heading through turn 4. Jeremy, though, does have a 3-second penalty, remember. Sam Driver moving up to 6. Straduzzi is tumbling. He's tumbling down the order on those medium tires. Anyone who pitted on the mediums, as Dutch has crashed out at turn 4. Max is out of the race too, crashing out at turn 3. The 2 medium runners are out. Straduzzi, meanwhile, is the sole medium runner out there. Aguado, though, has played the restart to perfection. Right now, it has the lead of the race as we now move on to the final lap of this Austrian Grand Prix. Meanwhile, Platendo and Jesler are close to one another. 2.5 tenths separating the top two, these two, sorry. As they make their way out the exit of turn 1. We're on to lap 36 of 36. Can Jesler find a way by on Platendo? Up towards now turn 3. No, he does not close enough. As they head around turn 3, up towards now turn 4. Jesler does not seem like he has the best of runs. Platendo, though, is trying to close up on Aguado. 6 tenths is the margin. It looks like he's got somewhat better pace there from the Williams. See how he is towards the final sector. Does he have enough, though, to catch him? He needs to close up about another 6 tenths. by at least 6/10 to get the race win. I think Aguilera might have this sealed from the looks of things. Around the penultimate corner, around the final corner, running wide is the Aston Martin there. And Aguilera will cross the line and will take home the Austrian Grand Prix. He wins here at the Red Bull Ring. Platendo takes second and Jesler takes third. Robson moves up to fourth because of Jeremy's penalty. Questo in sixth, followed by Tico, Sam drivers, Atike, Pataka, Bossi, and Tristan. And we'll go over the rest of the results later on. But yeah, for anyone that made the right call on the intermediate tires, it definitely worked to perfection, but it worked well for Aguilera. A two-stop strategy he did there. And, well, he made it work. And as a result, he gets his second victory of the season. Nicely done by the Spaniard. Platendo gets second place. Jesler, though, gets third. Not bad results by both of them. And also, this will be Platendo's second podium in a row, and I think this will be Jesler's first podium. Alright, there are your unofficial results of this Austrian Grand Prix. Aguilera takes victory here in Spielberg. Platendo takes second, Jesler takes third, followed by Robson, Jeremy, Questo, Tico, Sem Driver, Satike, Pataka, Bossi, Tristan, Strode, got pole, but yeah, the wrong call to stay out on those medium tires didn't pay off, and as a result, he finished outside the points and retired. Dutch Tricks, Max, Jimmy, Neil Cindric, Zunin were the retirements of that race. Well, that was interesting indeed. Well, let's see if we get these guys into the commentary box. See if they want to, of course. I'll be back in just a moment. Let's see. FXR. Aguilera. There he is. Aguilera. Platendo. Yeah, we'll see if we can get them in here for interviews, of course. Let's play Tendo. And then finally we just need Jesler. Thankfully Jesler's name isn't too complicated. Alright, we'll see if they want to join. Whew. I'll tag them in the Discord if they want to join. Just give me a moment. Platendo. Alright. Oh, well, I've got... perfect. I've got one of you guys in here. Give me a second. Alright, well, I guess we'll go ahead and get started then. So, we've got our race winner, Aguilera. Aguilera, can you hear me fine and okay? Aguero? Oh, never mind. I guess he left. He wasn't here, but I guess he decided to. I don't know if he doesn't have great English, but I understand he's Spanish. But if he doesn't, that's totally fine. I understand. Okay, that's what I figured. He said in the Discord that he doesn't speak. He's not very good. Yeah, that's all right. Well, that's okay. But oh. Yeah, I should have you added, Playtendo, if you are watching the stream. Yeah, I did add you a little while ago. Hopefully your English is okay. I know there's not a lot of English speakers in this tier, but that's okay. I mean, that's expected, of course. Okay, well, yeah, so since we couldn't get the race winner, since he doesn't really have the best English, that's fine, I understand. I understand that he's Spanish and whatnot. But we do have a second place finisher, Playtendo. Can you hear me just fine?
Yeah,
perfect, perfect. Also, make sure, if you can, also make sure like your audio is being shared as well, so everyone can hear you.
It should be.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'll trust you then. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, anyway, so not bad race from you. Another podium for you as well. P2. You qualified around the top 5. Had some interesting battles here and there. Why don't you talk me through your experience here in Austria? How was it for you?
Quality wasn't that good. I mean, the lap was quite alright, but I was like 20 thousandths off P2, so yeah, would have been more in it, but quite happy to even set a lap. Yeah, the pace, I really missed the pace in the race, so I couldn't keep up with the guys in front, like Studotzi, and yeah, so it was hard for me to follow, but the safety cars really annoyed me, but on the other hand, they really fitted into my race, because I always was able to catch up when the safety cars came out. So yeah, that was really helping me this whole race. And in the end it was just luck basically. So I just gone for the inters and then it worked out. So yeah, I guess it was pretty lucky. It could also have been that the slicks were better the whole race until the end, but yeah, I had really bad luck, strategy luck and safety car luck the first 2 races, so this time I was on the lucky side, to be honest. So
yeah, no, I can imagine. Sorry.
Really happy with the result in general.
No, you should. Yeah, no, of course you should be. I'm sorry to keep interrupting you.
Yeah, all good. Haven't imagined a podium and even P2. The pace was definitely not strong enough for, I think, even a podium. But yeah, sometimes it just is like that.
Yeah, no, like I understand that from your POV. I mean, I've been in a bunch of races where a bunch of safety cars come out and it really annoys you and whatnot and screws up your strategy, screws up your track position as well. Like you could be at 1 point towards the front, then the next thing you know a safety car comes out and just screws up your entire positioning of the race. And yeah, I totally understand. I know you've had some hard luck on that, but yeah, I'm guessing from you mentioned about like how you couldn't keep up with a little bit with the front of the pack, because I'm probably going to guess you had a little bit more higher wings, because I didn't notice you were at least a little bit slower compared to some of the front runners in terms of top line speed. What was your setup exactly?
To be honest, I don't even know if my wings were that low, so I actually had 2014 wing. So yeah, I thought that would be that would be normal, but yeah, my straight line speed was lacking in the race, and
Yeah.
I think that was a problem.
Yeah, if you probably would have shed a little bit more front weight, you probably would have. It probably would have helped you just a little bit, but yeah, I get you. But anyway, one final question to you is that next week we are heading to Azerbaijan at the Baku City Circuit. How do you think you'll fare around there?
I've never driven that track without without line, so I don't think I will be good there. But I think this race will just be chaos, safety car chaos. So we had 4 safety cars in Austria, so I think there will be something like that in Baku. And yeah, many crashes, so I don't have high expectations from now on, but yeah, let's see then.
No, that's not totally fair. I know Baku has always been a safety car fest. Or pretty much in any case, any Tilkodrome, it's been always a safety car fest no matter where we go. But anyway, congratulations on your 2nd place finish. And, well, good luck to you as well in Baku.
Thank you.
Of course. And with that, I think that'll wrap up the stream. We still got more racing to come currently right now as well. Tune in also for F1 tier as well, with Jessica and Carmen Tallis doing the commentary. But for F8, we will have to wait until next week. Until then, I've been K1997. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you for round 5 of the championship at the Baku City Circuit for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Till then, it is goodbye.